Mike, in front of me, I've got the web's most searched questions about Mike Dean. You're going to attempt to answer some of those. How are you feeling about that?
Let's give it a go.
Let's give it a go, indeed. First question, everyone's been searching this. When will Mike Dean retire?
22nd of May, hopefully I'll have my last game and I'm done and dusted then, so we'll see what the future holds after that, but definitely finishing this year.
Did Mike Dean play football?
Very poorly, yes. I was a goalkeeper. I was a school goalkeeper, so I was 17 or 18, so didn't play at a good standard, and then obviously left school, didn't play football again, put on a bit of weight and moved into refereeing.
If you could compare yourself to one Premier League goalkeeper, who would it have been?
Any fat ones? I don't know, to be fair, no.
Be careful what you say next.
I won't say someone who's still active, don't worry. No, nobody really, I don't think. It wasn't that good.
Right, next question. Is Mike Dean funny?
I can be when I want to be. I think I try to be funny when I'm refereeing within reason, without pushing the limits. I can't be funny when you send the player off or laughing and joking. You've got to be do it properly then. But I think people have seen the lighter side of me, or the better side of me, I should say, over the last 5 or 6 years, I think.
And do the footballers respect you for being yourself?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I say I've been on for 22 years, so I think the guys who have been on a long time, the players who are still playing for like the last 8 or 9, 10 years, they know who I am. Not that I can get away with stuff, but they kind of respect what I do and have a good laugh and a banter with them on the pitch, which is good.
Right, next question that was searched. Why did Mike Dean celebrate Spurs' goal?
I don't think I celebrated Spurs' goal. I celebrated my wonderful decision as an advantage. I think I kind of got sucked in again. I said before, because I love the football, if I play an advantage and something works out for it, I'll give a thumbs up to the lads on the line, but I kind of just went goal. It kind of got a bit taken out of context, to be fair. So. Is
that the moment that everyone stops you for? Everyone asks you that question all the time?
Yeah, one or two. But I think it's going to sound a bit daft, and I didn't do it on purpose, but I think when that happened, after then, it's kind of changed a bit the way people look at me for refereeing, which is good, you know. So obviously I had the stuff with Trammer as well the other year with jumping on the barriers and being a complete fool of an idiot as a supporter. But I think people realise I kind of enjoy what I'm doing. I kind of enjoy the advantage. The goals come from my advantage, and you know, people kind of had a different side of it then.
We've touched on the next question. Who does Mike Dean support?
Oh, Tranmere, obviously, yeah.
I mean, how long have you supported them?
Oh, since 4 or 5 years of age, yeah, non-stop. They're 50 years, so watched them home and away for as long as I can remember.
We all saw your celebration on TV. What was happening there with you?
I said I get so sucked up and wrapped into the football, I just let it all go. And a couple of lads gone with us, and then they jumped off, and I stayed on there, surprise, surprise. And then I think TV kind of picked it up, but I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change. I think as well, when I see people now, they kind of see a different side of me now. I'm not just a referee, because people think, I've said before, that you referee, you do your game, you go home, you lock yourself for a week, then you come back, you get let out again the Friday for the following week. But I just let myself go at that week, and I let myself go now, even when I'm watching them now when they score. So you know, it's my release it is. And
I'm sure everyone looks at you when there's a dodgy decision, let's say, to see if you agree with it.
Tell me about it. Taps on the shoulders, players turn around, supporters turn around asking questions, but I kind of give how should we say, a politically correct answer at
all
times.
The time?
Not all the time, though, because sometimes I give the wrong answer myself, because I'm fuming sometimes.
Interesting. Right, next question. Did Mike Dean prank Aguero?
Yeah, it wasn't my idea, to be fair. I can't remember who was on the line, to be fair, that day, but when they said Aguero's come over for the ball, where is it? I said, it's in me. I said, put up your shirt. One of the guys says, just put the shirt. He said, where's the ball? I said, I haven't got it. And he was looking around for it, and then I couldn't get out my shirt because my shirt was too tight with the ball at the back. So, but it was just spare the moment.
You've had quite a few moments with him, moments that will live forever in Premier League history.
Yeah.
We've got to talk about that day, that goal.
Best game I've ever been involved in because of what was at stake. You know, to be trusted by the league to be put in a position to referee that game. I think Howard refereed the Sunderland United game the same day, and you know, we found out that United won. We had 5 minutes to go. QPR found out they were safe because they were kind of celebrating. I think Jamie Mackey's punching the air as the game's going. They were safe. And I said to the guys I said, something's going to happen. If they get one more goal, they get another. And straight away, they get the corner, restart the game. QPR, for some reason, give the ball back to Man City straight away, just booted it back, and then they went and scored. But it's just the best ending ever, and it'll never be topped again. I think no team will ever win the league in that way again. But literally last kick of the match to win the league. So it's a big turning point for Man City as well, wasn't it?
And could you feel that in the stadium? Could you feel that on the pitch, talking to the players, and obviously having to then give Sergio Aguero a yellow card?
Well, yeah, but you've got to do it properly, haven't you? So I don't know if I give him a second yellow card. I might have just took the hit and just moved on and got a rollick in the week after. But no, it's just a great occasion to be involved in it. You can see when I've seen back at the game, because obviously you don't watch it when you're refereeing, but when I get home and see the game again and you see the anxiety on the supporters' faces and there's people crying when they're getting beat 2-1, and you see the same pictures again 5 minutes later and they're crying for enjoyment, with shirts off and celebrating, and you know, it was just immense to be involved in a game like that.
And another great Mike Dean advantage moment.
Well, of course, yeah, you know, you don't want to milk too much about it, but yeah, it was all right.
Next question, is Mike Dean a caddy?
I have been a caddy. I'm not a full-time caddy, I never will be. Can't afford me. But no, I mean, I got involved with it probably 4 or 5 years ago. Got in touch with some of the guys and got paired up with a few golfers, and I try and do 2 or 3 tournaments a year if I can. It's good because I play golf myself, so it's kind of pretty handy, and I get on quite well with the players I'm involved in, which is good. And lucky enough when I'm out there caddying and get talking to them, they kind of get the number off them, and if they want to use me again, they can use me. I don't charge that much, to be fair.
How good are you at golf?
I'm okay. I play 5, so yeah, try and play a couple of times a week if I can. It gets harder because I'm getting older, so I'm not in the ball as I used to as far as, but you've got to try and work out other ways of keeping your scores. Next
question. Did Mike Dean invent the no-look card?
I don't think I invented it. I think it just happened. I think I've said before to people that I've probably gone to caution a player and someone's given me some stick from one, so I kind of looked away at the same time I've done it. It's kind of just gone from there. So I kind of wouldn't say I do it on purpose now, but I get prompted by the guys on the line to do it now and again.
You didn't see one of the players make a no-look pass and think, oh, I'm going to try that one?
Nah, well, I could do a no-look pass, put it that way. So,
Right, next question. Did Mike Dean foul Marcus Rashford?
No, he ran across me, he got in my way, so I was a bit quicker than him at the time, but I'm not now. So I think we just crossed, and I just stayed apart. But I carried on going anyway, didn't I? So
you stayed on your feet, well, he went down. There's a point where you point at him. What are you saying to him there?
I think I said sorry. I think it's sorry, or you better get up. Or it wasn't a foul, something like that. But it was just one of them things.
Next question. Why did Mike Dean sniff his linesman?
Well, I would say sniff my lines, but sniffed his shirt. I think Ian put this stuff on this Abyss oil or something, and it stunk in the tunnel before the game. It stunk going out, and it just wouldn't go away. And I said, "Is it your shirt still that smelling?" He went, "Yeah," and it's just horrendous. So I just sniffed it, but it was just horrendous.
Right, next question. Is Mike Dean a ballroom dancer?
I used to be. Me and my sister used to do it. I think we were from the age of probably 8 to about 15 or 16, and I'd done okay. I'd done stuff done the Blackpool Tower ballroom in there. I've done quite a few bits and bobs there at the time, but I think when you get older, at that era, 16, 17, 18, it wasn't the in thing to do ballroom dancing, if you know me, it probably wasn't, because it was kind of like a Mickey take, or what are you doing that for now? But I think times have changed now, and it probably, if it had been time again, would have carried on. If I was 16, 17 now, yeah, maybe I probably would.
Well, I'm looking for an exclusive now, all right? After May 22nd, Strictly Come Dancing, we're gonna see you on there.
Never say never, mate. Never say never, but why not? If the opportunity comes along, I'll have to turn it down, wouldn't I?
You'll get my vote anyway.
At least I've got one anyway.
Yeah.
Wouldn't get many, but at least I've got one.
And final question, what will Mike Dean be most remembered for?
As a referee, I like to think I'd be remembered for being a bit of I wouldn't say an entertainer, that's probably the wrong word, just someone that enjoys the job, because I just love my job as referee. You know, and that comes across, especially over the last 5 or 6 years, because I've kind of come to the end of my career. I've kind of enjoyed myself more. You know, I've kind of loosened off a little bit. I'm not more stressed as I used to be. So I'd like to think I'd be remembered as well for being on the list for 22 years. I'm quite proud of my achievement to be at the top of my game for 22 years. It doesn't happen very often. Incredible, Mike. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for answering some of the best and the most searched questions about yourself. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. That's fine. Last question, have you ever searched yourself on Google? Every day. Every day. There we go. Brilliant, thank you. No, that's fine.